When that week passes, that's when it's like, I did it. I completed, I went through my process of addiction. Hello, hi, sweet lovely people. My name is Jess Marie and welcome back. I am out here in the art shack, just kind of hanging, having a few moments to myself, and whew, actual cleansing breath. That felt really good. I've been doing so much better with not bringing my vape to work, waiting till the nighttime to be able to. Oh, this is the one thing when you quit smoking, there's so much stuff that comes out, and in the morning it's like this stripping of the throat. All the stuff comes up and it's so satisfying to see, but then it's like, oh my gosh, like every morning there's something that comes up. I had to work my way to this point. I had to start by leaving it in the car so I can only puff on the way up and on the way back, but not during breaks or anything like that. I can't have it in my bag because I don't have the self-control. Now this week I was able to not bring it at all, and which is a little bit tough because the people that we drive up with, they're both smokers, and it's funny now having like a cigar smoker or cigarello, a cigarello smoker, cigarello smoker, and then a tobacco smoker and a vapor. It's now we just need a weed head in there, and that's they're smokable. It's so nice to feel this stuff coming up and coming out finally. And you know what's really weird, and I was saying this to Rob a week or two ago, of how cool it is to vape and how they reinvented. I shouldn't even say that it's cool to vape, but it got reinvented. Tobacco or nicotine got reinvented in a way that is so unbelievable, because now there's no smell. There's not this this chemically heavy tobacco that smoke smell. There's not that anymore. When people cough, they're not coughing up tar. It's clear. It's a sucrose. I could probably read the packaging if I went and got the thing, but it's almost like a sugar or something that they use. It's like glucose or glycogen, something like that. I can't remember the packaging. There's only like 3 ingredients in it. It's this clear substance that when it's coughed up, it coats the same or similar as a cigarette would, but it doesn't have that coughing and that black stuff that one would normally get. So someone could go a lot longer and not see the side effects of like, oh, my lungs are full and it's trying to get rid of it now. Or even like in the nose, it'll, as you breathe in and out, tobacco or tar will come out and you blow your nose into a tissue or whatever, and there's just little black chunks in there. That's disgusting, but it's so satisfying as a smoker to see that stuff come out, or as an ex-smoker now. Part of the thing that's really helped me as well is doing meditation and visualizing myself saying no, saying that I'm not a smoker, I don't do that anymore, and I'll do that before bed, and it really helps through the day. But at night, I do like to have that little bit of a hit, especially like I'll have a bath or a shower almost every night, and that's pretty good. But I do like having like a puff still at night, so it's a slow decrease. I've been 2 months cigarette free, so I'm really excited about that. Rob as well. You know, every now and then a cigarette or a puff or share one, and it's actually been probably a month since that's happened. Yeah, a month. And it's really, and that's okay. I'm not disappointed in myself. I felt like shit, and I believe that most people go through that when they're in the habit of quitting. It's a little different with harder substances. It's really difficult to just, all right, I need a little bump or a little hit, and no. Things that are harder, like, it's really easy to relapse. Cigarettes, the thing that one cannot do is go and buy a pack. Once a pack is bought for that one smoke, oh yeah, I got the self-control, just keep them for when I need. No, the body is always gonna say, I need one. For me, like, it was a time thing. I had a very difficult time, difficult time with time, and it was, I felt that there was so much extra time in the day that I just didn't know what to do with it, and I'd just smoke and think and write and do whatever, and it was like, frick, it turned into my oxygen, it turned into something that I needed, and I'm slowly training my body. You don't need this anymore. We're in recovery mode, and it's a lot different quitting with something like a vaporizer, because there's still something that needs to be quit. And I'm so excited for the day and the week. I'm excited for my first week of not smoking any substance. So I've stopped smoking cigarettes, I've stopped smoking weed, not for anything that's against weed, but I just need my lungs and my mind to calm down. So I'm waiting for even the first 3 days that I don't puff at all. And when I say puff, it's usually about like 7 hits. Maybe like 5 to 8 hits. So within that, so whenever I puff, it's about that. So I'm doing really well over the past couple of days, like not smoking during work, not smoking on the drive up. It's a 45-minute drive, so it's a long time, and then back. So it's like, even now I've been home for a half hour and came out to the art shack, and this is something where my environment, I've smoked in here and I'm getting better at not. I'm trying to clear the air and free it up just a little bit. So it's definitely a process for sure. And my throat is very sore. Yesterday I woke up, I had a really rough sleep, and I had to really think about my dreams. My dreams, by the way, the past 2 nights, the night before, it was about Pink Floyd, and the drummer, he had this, like, it was like this bejeweled, he was a bald guy with like insane eyes, and he had just this bejeweled face. It was all like silver rhinestones all over his face. And then there was the guitar player, and he had his hair up kind of like how Gene Simmons' hair is, but it was in this like little box triangle with a little pony at the top. And then the lead singer like was Nako from Medicine for the People, and it was like Pink Floyd, and it was like, wow, I didn't know he was the singer. No. And I woke up and I keep visioning that in my mind, and like the show was held at like this weird airport, like this locally owned airport, and it was kind of funny. And then last night I had a dream about the Beatles, and they all well, there's 4 of them, but 3 of them had come up, and George didn't have an instrument, and we come up into this like open concept type house, and they see this sitar, and it was like, whoa, like what is that? Like nobody knew, and George picked it up and started dabbling, and like the owner of the house comes in all zen and peaceful, and he's like, that's a sitar, man. And like they started like dabbling, and then like yeah, I was so stoked to see them in my dream last night, and I have 2 musical influences for the past 2 nights in my dream. Anyways, back to what I was saying. I had a very terrible sleep Sunday night going into Monday. I woke up and I'm like, I'm sick. Oh my gosh, I'm definitely sick. I have a head cold, and it's not bad, but tomorrow I'm gonna feel worse. So I did everything I could yesterday to recover from that. Drank a lot of hot tea with honey, turmeric, stay warm throughout the day, don't push myself, no smoke or anything like that. I did pretty well, and I woke up today and I don't feel bad, but my throat, for the amount of stuff that's coming up, it's this stripping of the throat, and especially right at the back where like the little the uvula is that what it's called? Uvula? It sounds like a thing that's actually supposed to be for your reproductive organs, but uvula? No, that's vulva. Uvula. That little dangly thing in the back of the throat, right back there, that's where it's the most sore. Oh, that felt so good. I'm stoked. When I started smoking, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I was in my 2nd year of school. I was thinking about using exercise as a form of rehab, but I thought, well, how could I help anybody or try to be supportive with somebody if I don't know myself what it's like to deal with addiction? And then I just ended up, it was like a little manifestation, I guess, and I'd go down to the beach and I'd write, and eventually I just started smoking and writing. I felt so content doing that. I loved it. I loved it. It was so calming, and that connection was very difficult to break apart doing any kind of art or anything creative, because smoking has always really been there for me. It was kind of like a crutch in that sense, but it did start something beautiful. I'm so grateful for this journey and this process and the information that I've learned, everything about it. It's a nasty thing to do. There's so many toxic things that one can do to themselves. Cigarette smoking is one of them. Smoking a vaporizer is one of them. They are nasty things to do. They attack the lungs. They make them so heavy, so difficult to breathe, just so uncomfortable to. I'm grateful to have gone through this process over the past 3-4 years, whatever time it's been, because I know I'm not that person. I've been saying I'm not that person, and it's someday gonna click. It's not gonna be today. Well, maybe, but it might break tomorrow, so I don't want to say today. When that week passes, that's when it's like, I did it. I completed it. I went through my process of addiction. And yeah, it's not as hard as other people. It's not as serious as other people, but it's been so extremely difficult for me, for something I'm so proud of myself. I'm beyond proud of myself for the thing that I'm doing, and that is breaking this habit of smoking. Weed, I'll come back to that, baby. I will come back to that, no problem. I might actually just dabble around with edibles. I drink a little bit of weed tea every now and then, and that's fine, that is what it is. But I'm really bad at ending my videos, but thank you. Thank you for watching, listening to my little smoking update and how difficult it is. But we're all doing better. We're all trying to become better humans and treat our bodies well, and the first step is recognition. Recognize that we're doing something wrong, we're doing something unhealthy, we're doing this bad pattern of behavior, and then the next step is action. Whether that's through meditation, visualizing what it is that needs to be changed, and then acting upon that in the real world, acting upon it. And we can slowly grow ourselves and then help other people grow. Plant little seeds, plant these little seeds of encouragement. I got this. These positive affirmations. I got this. I'm not a smoker. I am strong, beautiful, young, and so kind and caring. But just keep freaking saying them. Keep saying them. They'll be true. They'll be true. So I love you. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful day wherever you are in the world. I hope it's not too cold or bone chilling for you. I love you. Bye.